Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. The permanent employees of the Navy Lignite Corporation have now threatened of joining the workers' strike. 9 unions of the permanent employees today issued notice for strike. The contract workers' colleagues have been striking for well over a month now. Major unions affiliated to the AIDMK, the PMK, the CITU and DMDK are among the unions who have issued this strike notice. In fact, in news which we are receiving, one of the contract workers has also attempted suicide under pressure. This is the second such suicide attempt by an NLC contract worker. Now, as speculations continue on whether the relationship between the DMK and the Congress is under a cloud, the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, seems to have done some damage control. Stalin compared former Chief Minister Kamaraj to his father, present Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi today. He said that Karunanidhi has taken a lot of efforts to uplift the quality of education in the same way as Kamaraj did during his tenure.
பெருந்தலைவர் காமராஜர் காலத்தில் தொடக்க கல்வி எழுச்சி பெற்றது என்பார்கள். அதேபோன்ற தலைவர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் ஆட்சியில் தான் உயர்கல்வி உன்னதமான வளர்ச்சியை பெற்றிருக்கிறது.
2 men have surrendered at the Kalaikudi court this afternoon in the Alangudi DMK Municipal Secretary murder case. Alangudi in the Pudukkode district remained tense throughout the day following the murder of Manimaran, the DMK Municipality Secretary in Alangudi. Manimaran was allegedly murdered this morning by a group of unidentified men. He died at the government hospital in Pudukkottai. Preliminary investigations reveal that the motive seems to be previous personal enmity between the groups. Manimaran was allegedly involved in a murder earlier. Manimaran was an influential person and close to senior DMK leaders. Bus services have been disrupted and shops were shut down in the district. Security was stepped up to prevent untoward incidents. This is the second murder of a politician in that district, sparking tension on the streets. The city sure is looking forward to the Festival of Lights, but to the rail travellers' dismay, all does not seem to be sparkling and chirpy. With tickets booked well in advance for the festival and the tickets vanishing within minutes of the counters opening for sale, passengers are now a harried lot.
Thamarasan is a disappointed man. He is one among the thousands of people who flock to the reservation counter only to no avail. Despite the special trains introduced by the Southern Railway aimed at clearing the extra rush for Diwali, passengers are left with no respite.
And the special train is ஒரே நாள்ல புக் ஆயிடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் திரும்பி தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. அதனால எந்த அளவுக்கு மக்கள் சொந்த ஊருக்கு போயிட்டு திரும்பி வராங்க அதை ஒரு ஸ்டடி பண்ணி அந்த அளவுக்கு ட்ரெயின் விட்டா தான் அது யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். இது வந்து என்னமோ பேருக்கு நம்ம போட்டோம் ஒரு ட்ரெயின் அப்படினா ஒரே நாள்ல ஃபுல் ஆயிடுது. அதனால இது வந்து போதியானது இல்ல. இன்னும் வசதி செஞ்சு கொடுக்கணும்.
मुझे घर जाना है, अभी मैं दीपावली पे घर जाना चाहता हूँ. पता नहीं अभी टिकट मिलेगी कि नहीं, क्योंकि टिकट पता नहीं अभी छुट्टी हमको मिला है, हम लोग काम करते हैं, जिससे हमको छुट्टी मिली उसके अनुसार हम टिकट बताने जा रहे हैं, पता नहीं मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी.
It's the high-speed server that's supposedly responsible for the speedy sale of tickets, capable of transacting 1,200 tickets per minute. And to counter this ticket flood, the authorities focus on a quick solution.
The demand is definitely much more. So what we are also trying to do is just a day before Diwali, so that at least it should reach the destination early morning around 4:35 on Diwali day. We are trying to squeeze in 1 or 2 more specials. Nothing is finalized as yet, but shortly we will be trying to ease whatever is a rush towards the south as much as possible.
This is a thorn in the side of every passenger facing this repetitive problem, having to resort to alternative travel arrangements in the 11th hour. The question now is, can the strategy devised by the Railway Authority ease the anxiety? In Chennai with Lokpriya, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
The government confirmed the date of implementation of the direct tax code as 1st of April 2011. Currently being reviewed by the standing committee, the government reiterated its position while seeking greater participation from experts to fine-tune the tax code. Various chartered accountants have pointed out that issues such as taxation of capital gains, income generated by charitable institutions and TDS, which need to be addressed.
Next financial year, April 1st start பண்ணது அதில் introduce பண்ணது.
You are going to introduce in the parliament, are going to...
Already we are introduced in the parliament, now it is in the standing committee in the parliament. So, after the approval of the government, it will be introduced, it will be implemented.
There are far-reaching implications in the amendments what is proposed through the Direct Tax Code Bill 2010, the second draft, with regard to the charitable trust also. And similarly, capital gains, it is going to have a far-reaching implications on capital gains, and the impact it is going to have on our real estate market also, because the tax is a very crucial factor which has got a very important component as such.
And the government, meanwhile, is trying to replace the Income Tax Act of 1961 with a simpler and easy to understand direct tax code. Revision of tax slabs, a prominent feature of the DTC, is expected to put more money in your pockets. We'll see how that goes. Moving on to a few national stories now. There's a fresh row between the Congress and the BJP, this time over IT raids in Karnataka. The BJP has accused the centre of misusing the income tax department after officials conducted raids today at around 60 places in Karnataka, including on 7 ruling BJP MLAs, who include Reddy brothers and the Karnataka Health Minister B. Sriramulu. Raids which took place in Bangalore, Hospet and Bellary began this morning at the legislature's home next to the Vidhan Sauda. This is the building which houses MLAs when the Karnataka Assembly is in session. IT sleuths visited BJP MLAs Nagendra and Suresh Babu's houses, considered close to associates of Reddy brothers. The private assistants of Reddy brothers have also been raided in Bellary. The raid comes at a time when BJP is facing horse trading allegations. Now, a high-rise complex in the city, in Mumbai's prime Kolaba area is at the center of a major controversy. This after reports that the top officers of the army allegedly appropriated the prime land in the name of war widows and army veterans. The Mumbai headquartered Western Naval Command has now raised serious security concerns and sought action by the Navy, Army and government against the 31-story Adarsh Housing Society. Among those allotted houses in the housing society are 2 former army chiefs, several other generals and admirals, and political leaders and senior bureaucrats. According to reports, the army even lied to the Ministry of Defence, which then misled Parliament when a question regarding the ownership of the land came up in 2003.
Government is seized about the matter, and we are examining it seriously.
The team of interlocutors on Kashmir, Dilip Padgaonkar, MM Ansari, Radha Kumar, who are in Srinagar, have met the Chief Minister Omar Abdullah today and a cross-section of other people as well. They got somewhat of a hostile reception yesterday, with the separatists refusing to meet them. The team met journalists in the city and visited the central jail in Srinagar and spoke to the inmates. They also initiated dialogue with the militants. A major earthquake has struck off western Sumatra in Indonesia. Indonesian officials have confirmed that an earthquake of 7.5 magnitude has struck the island nation. A tsunami alert has in fact been issued. The US Geological Survey says a 7.5 magnitude tremor struck at a depth of 20 miles, 30 kilometers that is, and is centered off a small island off the coast of Sumatra, where a massive earthquake and tsunami hit in 2004. That's time for a quick break, but on the other side, it's time to bury the differences. That seems to be the message from these 2 men in blue.